My name's Chris FRYE. I'm the lead singer and guitarist in the Bills.
I'm Mark Atkinson.
Scott White, bass player.
My name is Richard Moody. I play viola and violin.
I am ADRIAN DOLAN.
Kid, my dad had a folk band. They were playing Appalachian mountain music, and so my earliest, by far heaviest influence was sitting around with the band, and that stuff I'm infused with that music.
Walking this trail of tales. I've been walking this trail of tales.
I wanted to play some folk music, hang out with some guys around a table and play acoustic music.
I try to do something cool with the vocals and the lyrics always. That's always a thing that I want to bring to them. So where we're challenging ourselves with our harmonies and what we're doing vocally. That's one stamp I'd like to put on the record. And I want stuff that was maybe a bit danceable, a bit funky.
Our story here, grace and allegory is clear. I got red in my inside pocket. People see me and they turn to flee. I may live beyond your mirrored world, but don't you deify me.
You know, it was a strange thing. I was sort of at a crossroads in Manitoba. I'd finished touring with this act, and then this guy, this weird, not weird, but really chipper guy named Chris FRYE, called me up out of the blue. I get a phone call in Winnipeg. Hey, it's Chris FRYE here. We're wondering if you'd like to join our band. And I was like, okay, why not? Just try it out. So here I am 10 years later, the junior member of the group.
I was a total classical music nerd when I was young. Before you even met me, I actually had a baseball cap with like Beethoven music written on the outside of it. Like things were pretty bad. Outside of the classical stuff, my first kind of non-classical thing that I officially did was starting to learn fiddle music. On the West Coast, it's a bit of a melting pot of styles, so I ended up kind of soaking up a lot of Irish and old-time Canadian tradition.
I play the mandolin and the guitar in the Bills, and now I'm playing some percussion in the band as well, which I've always wanted to do. So.
A little known fact, Mark, that you actually played as much accordion as anything else in the early days of the Bills, didn't you?
We were all grabbing instruments, and when we talked about going to Europe for a couple of months, I just said, now's my chance to scale down.
I like to listen to Bach and random jazz on the radio. I like to be surprised when I put a record on or go to listen to something deliberately. I often find myself disappointed, but when I hear something randomly or accidentally on the radio, I'm often pleasantly surprised because I have no expectations, I guess. My favorite part of making the record was definitely just the time that we did get to spend together on an island in a cabin, spending time with our brothers, making music. It was awesome.
I liked having the wood fires at night during the record. Kind of hang out and sometimes get up in the morning and work on some music. I was in the mood to work on music because that's what was going on, and it really was. There was just a lot of music going on for those 2 weeks.
We're in a space that was not away from all our regular activities, so we weren't leaving the studio each day and going back to our jobs or our families and all. We were just there following through, and a lot of work got done in those little between times.
I mean, the Bills have at times like almost chamber music sort of vibe, especially instrumentally, so I'd say that it's caused me to really, really listen to the people I'm playing with. So.
This is an interesting record because at some point along the way, in a strange discussion in a strange place, it was suggested that I should record this album, given that I have done a lot of recording and producing, and it's one of the biggest challenges I've taken on because I've known these guys forever.
I got a visit from the jungle doctor. I got a visit from the jungle
often when I'm writing, I just have no idea what's going to come out. You know, just it is what it is.
This record is for people like me that want to hear sincere music that is, you know, put together with people that just really want to just care about the tunes, just want them to be as good as possible, wanting to feature instruments but having fun. And we changed approach in quite a few ways. We added, we felt we didn't have to stick to some of the formulas that we had before. There's no kind of crooning mandolin feature on it like there has been. There's more drums.
By far the most collaborative record. So there's no other album the Bills have done where we have 5 songwriters on the record. That's a first in the history of the band. Hopefully it's bringing out the best that we have to offer because we're all together as a unit, as composers on this record.
And filled with love and hope and trust in. So climb up over here and dry your privileged tears, cause you don't know the meaning, you don't know the word, you don't know what trouble is. Up on Mount Doug I met a
It's been very satisfying along every step of the way. But yeah, so first and foremost, I'd say we're writing for ourselves, but yeah, we're hoping to get an audience and have the pleasure of knowing that other people love the music, which hopefully they will.
For me, the reason I'm still in the band is because when it actually happens, when we get together and we hit our highs musically as a unit of 5 people, it's a really heavy-duty experience. There's very few bands in the world that you can say you could walk into a senior citizens joint or my son's kindergarten class and rock them all in the same measure. So this album's for everybody.